Hi man, how y'all doing tonight?
Doing well. How are you?
Starting energy up. I feel great. I feel amazing, man. I don't, but I'm gonna fake it till I make it. Had a long night last night. We did a little I ain't gonna say partying. Y'all good?
Was drinking last night.
Yeah, a little drinking, little
games.
little games, little
So it was a little rough morning.
social interactions.
Was it a long night? Long?
Nah, it won't too long, was it?
Like 3. Wrapped it up.
Yeah, that's a long.
Yeah, it was a little long.
That's a long
night.
That's a long night.
You know, spring chicken no more, buddy.
I am not, man. So,
You
and this
take
is like maybe like second or third night in a row, man. So I ain't used to drinking.
Them back to backs is rough.
So
You ain't take no nap yesterday afternoon either, did you?
nah,
Yeah, see, that's
Probably got up early.
yeah.
I'm not a napper though. Like
Well, I mean, you ain't got to be no napper, but that liquor will make you a napper.
yeah, like once once I'm up, most of the time I'm up, man. I'm not really a napper like that. Like these two, they was in here like they was.
I'm a napper.
They went crazy today.
But it'll bring you back though.
Yeah, so yeah. Anyway, welcome to another episode of the Legend Has It podcast. Man, we got some special guests in the building. To the left of me,
Ashley.
Hey, I'll tell your brother Tron. Hey, second time around. What's up?
yeah, welcome back.
Hey, bro. Seaboat in the house
And you already know Bo in the building.
And I am Freaky Enrique.
for the last time.
Close to the last time. Yeah, man. So, everybody doing all right?
Chilling, bro.
Doing pretty good.
Hey, man, thanks for joining us, y'all. Thank you for being on. She's a little
Thank
shy, camera shy, but I guess she'll get used to it. Hopefully we'll make you comfortable. Tron, thank you for
Anytime
swinging
back.
back around.
Anytime. It's fun the first time. I enjoyed it.
And so the last time you was here, you were about to go off to Drill Sergeant Academy.
Yeah, did that.
Well, how was that? How was your experience in hot South Carolina?
It was hot. It was hell. I made it though. You know what I mean? A couple shades darker, but I'm here.
Did you learn anything? Did you gain any new experiences? Any new friends?
Yeah, of course, friends. How you meet people, you know what I'm saying? Gain some enemies too.
Some enemies? Shit.
Enemy.
You always gonna join enemies, man. Military, man.
You been
See
there
when you want to
long
fight
enough.
every day. It just is what it is. But it was a good time. I learned a lot. Learned a lot about myself, like getting out of the comfort zone and stuff like that. I learned a lot. So
You had to push yourself.
yeah, it's a big accomplishment. I always want to be a drill sergeant since I was small. So seeing Dad with the hat on kind of inspired me. So something I accomplished. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that. That's
Check
dope.
that box. Yeah,
I know he was proud of you.
yeah. Pops.
But yeah. I know you glad to have it over with.
Man, so glad, man. So glad.
So would they have you doing stuff that you weren't doing before, or
No, explain to him what your average day was.
yeah? What was that like?
So average day, waking up like 3 o'clock in the morning, going out there, you doing PT, you running miles, taking you back to basic training basically. So basically, it took me back to being private. So I was out there, everything the privates do, everything I'm gonna tell the privates to do, I had to do. So doing obstacle courses, was doing the tower, jumping off the tower, stuff like that, pretty much. You know what I'm saying, on a day-to-day basis, they teaching you how to call commands, how to march. Standing in chow, you gotta stand a certain type of way to get your food. You gotta have your cups up to your chest. You're yelling at you, throwing plates off the table, but you get through it. It's drink the Kool-Aid, basically what they say.
Psychological type game.
Yeah, pretty much. See how much you can take. They'll take you to your limits and try to make you get. Or they'll try to make you mad.
So
Or
damn.
make you quit?
It
Did you
sound
try
like
to make
they-
you quit?
Yeah,
too?
try to make you mad. Not necessarily quit. They want you to see your limits. So you can get around privates. They start pissing you off. You know your limits is. Well, I'm about to snap. Then they bring you back down. So they're like, that's what they explained to us what they was doing.
Now, did your class, you call it a class, right?
Yeah, class.
So
Yeah.
how many people came in?
To the whole class, it was like 99 people, something like that. 99, 95, somewhere in that range.
How many made it through?
77.
So
Yeah, and I was one of them. So
about 22 dropped off.
yeah, pretty much.
Dang,
I mean, every
bad.
day is stressful though, cause you mess up on something, you don't pass on, you go back 2 weeks. You don't want to go back 2 weeks in the environment. So It's stressful. It's like learning like long pitches and stuff like essays. You gotta recite back to them. That's the more difficult part, I think. Studying that stuff. So some nights I ain't go to sleep because I had to learn it. And then pitch it the next morning. So I was up all night and then do all the other stuff you had to do and then pitch it. So I was tired. Well, she didn't understand sometimes. But yeah. I couldn't talk. Yeah, sometimes I couldn't talk on the phone, something like that. So mad busy.
That's crazy. Because it sounds like they basically took you back to the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, when you get like, I got 12 years in, so you keep going, like you forget certain stuff, or you get like ahead of yourself, like, oh, I'm bigger than what it is.
Yeah.
So we had to take you back, bring you back down to earth. Like, hey, nah, now you're not. So I understand the whole concept of it. So I want to get out there with the privacy and expect something like that. I can understand being in their shoes, basically.
Okay. So I know you said you get up at what 3 o'clock in the morning. So what time is your day usually end?
It's like 1800.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's a long
day.
day.
Then you gotta study. You can't just go back and go to your room and go to sleep. You gotta study. So you ain't laying down till like I take a shower and eat like 10 o'clock at night. And you get back up at 3. So fun times.
I don't know if we talked about this last time you was here, but did y'all like Mike or y'all close actually to joining the military when y'all was coming out?
But I was going to join the Air Force when I was in high school.
What stopped you?
That's the avenue. If I was going to choose one, I was going to the Air Force. But hearing the stories and all that, and then being gone, I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna do it. But Air Force was the one I was gonna attempt to go to.
What type of stories? Like horror stories or like
just
being away from home?
Like the story, the training.
Oh.
Like, nah, I don't even need to go through.
So it ain't for you.
Yeah, I don't.
You'd be surprised what you can do though.
I know, you right.
You'd be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Because I picked up that 50-pound ruck. You know what I'm saying? Ruck, put on your back and walking like 12 miles. You walk like 12 miles that day. You'd be surprised what your body can handle. Just keep
12
pushing
miles?
us. Yeah, 12 miles. You got to stop and do like obstacle courses and
12 there and back, right? Or
it was just
12 rounds.
Yeah,
rolling
round.
a 50 pound.
50 pounds. Then you can do a stress suit. So they march you out and you march back. I think we marched like 3 miles and 3 miles back. And then you did like exercises. And then you got to go grab your weapon real quick, load it up. And then a stress suit while you real tired. You got to go out there and shoot the targets down.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Somebody.
But you said it's mind over matter a lot.
Yeah, it's mind over matter, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta keep pushing yourself. You gotta look at the end goal, that's all.
That's why I thought about it, but I ain't gonna say I was close. It crossed my mind, but that's about all it did.
Yeah, when you doing it though, you looking to the person to the left or right of you, it keep you going. You know what I'm saying? When I ruck march, I always look at the person foot in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I don't look up at the heels, I look down at their feet. So they take a step, I take a step. You take a step, I take a step. That's how I keep going. That's how I make it. You start looking up at the heels and stuff, you gonna like psych yourself out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just knowing how much farther you gotta go.
Yeah. So just look at their feet. So take a step, I take a step, man.
12 miles.
Do you think more people? We come across undisciplined people and stupid people every day, right? Like in the civilian world, right? Do you think more people would benefit from having the structure of the military in their life?
I think absolutely. I think you need that, especially like kids these days, this generation. Just going to the military again, even for 3 years, just getting some kind of, you know what I'm saying, structure to you, to show you that it's the real world. It's not all about you. Some people, civilians think it's all about them, but when you actually see it, and then you get next to people and y'all like taking care of each other, it's like a bond, and then you get that discipline to you too. I think that translates to the rest of your life forever, because you never forget that. So that's what they say, like your drill sergeants, you never forget your drill sergeants no matter what. I still can name mine. I went through, like what they taught me. They're going to break you down first and build you up.
Do you feel like it benefits both men and women?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's strong women out there. That's why I see women like, y'all can't, they single moms, they having a hard time. And then you got military people, females, waking up at that early in the morning, still doing the same stuff I'm doing. And then still got to get up and take care of their kids on top of other stuff. Like, this like, you know what I'm saying? I take my hat off to them.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that was never a consideration for me. I didn't grow up in that background, and so I never thought about that.
At all.
Never. Mm-mm. It was never brought up. It was never an option.
Anybody in your family?
Never. Nope. Nobody in my family's ever been in the military. So we didn't talk about it.
What was that
Tell the
personal?
story.
We met online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I was going to school coming down here, basically, and I rolled through St. Louis.
Yeah.
And you know that BLK, that black app I put you on.
Don't what?
Oh, my bad, edit, man.
What you talking about?
My bad. My bad. I told you about how he put you on it. He was like, nah, I don't want to mess with that. But yeah. And then he just got a hit, luckily, whatever. I was like,
Editing.
Okay. So y'all just okay. That's dope.
Did you ever?
You try to you gallivanted across the country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, that's dope. What
Right.
you was about to say, Mike?
Were you ever close to joining or
No.
no?
Nah.
Never even thought about it.
Nah. Never thought about it.
I couldn't.
Even though I was in it.
I couldn't imagine him.
Why?
I just can't. I can't imagine. Nah. I don't think-
That sergeant come at you wrong.
Yeah. I don't even think he
first
like,
day you-
get out the bed. You crazy? I just went to bed. I just can't see you.
Nah, man. That's
I mean, you think that, but it's
yeah.
Nah,
It's
you
different.
wanna- yeah.
You in that world.
yeah. You gonna tell nobody no.
What's been the best part of it though? The traveling.
Taking care of my family, honestly.
Yeah.
That's it.
The
That's what I do it
stability.
for. Yeah, that's the best part of it. You know, first and 15, the check coming, they gonna eat, they gonna have shelter. That's the best part. That's how I look at it. It's gonna keep me going anyway.
Okay, let me ask this before we move on. Do you ever, because let me see how I'm gonna say this. So, I think every a lot of cities across the U.S. you see the homeless people, and a lot of them are vets. How do you feel about that? Do you ever think that, like, because I look at them, if you're a vet, I feel like you should never be.
Mm-hmm.
Not
You
necessarily.
never have to want for anything.
Yeah.
Right.
You got mental problems. You got to, I mean, certain programs not taking care of them also. Especially the veterans that been through, say, Vietnam or something like that. They got mental problems that too, like PTSD and stuff like that. It's a big. That's a whole nother conversation. I think it's a big.
So it's broader than just
Yes,
them not
broader
being
than that.
taken care of.
Yeah, some people think, oh, they just got out of the military or they retired, don't got no money, stuff like that. It's more
More to it than that.
Yeah, it's mental stuff they been through, stuff they seen, and they get treated bad, to my opinion.
But like a lot of the mental stuff stems from the military, though.
Yeah, but you got to think about when they came out from war, they got spit on.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
saying the same thing. So I'm looking at it like these people should be in a better position, but I don't know what all that entails.
Here's something I've seen from family members and people around, and you ain't got to that stage yet, but it was always a big deal. I gotta go to the VA, and it's for some reason I guess it ain't set up where it's gonna be a smooth ride when you got to go to the VA. Cause I got an uncle. He was like, I got an appointment, but my appointment ain't till next month. He just came here from Arizona. He just moved back home. They got my appointment set up for next month. He was like, I'm dreading it already. My granddad used to go through the same stuff. I had another uncle that went through the same stuff. So I'm thinking that might be part of the problem where they had to go to the VA to get some of the help that they needed.
Yeah, you got
And with it being such a hassle, they was like, you know what, I might as well not go.
You actually got to prove yourself too that you actually hurt to get that money or get that disability. You actually got to prove it on my back or have it in your records. So they like second guess you. They're like, nah, you all right. That stuff happens too. So if I'm not mistaken, I think the VA got in trouble too by the government, like recently, a couple years back. So they try to like, I guess, revamp it now.
Yeah, when I was married, my wife at the time, she was a vet, and I used to go to the VA with her, and I used to dread it because it was always a long process, and some of the doctors didn't seem the most competent. But it's something she had to do. She was a vet, and in order to get her disability money, she had to go through that process. Because she was actually hurt. She hurt her back while she was in, and so she had to fight to get the compensation. So but it was a process. So I always thought like, why is it so?
Why is
Why
it
is
so
this?
hard?
Yeah, why is it so difficult, man? Like, she served this country, like.
So she had to go through like tests.
Not really tests, but I think I don't know exactly what it's called. But like he said, you kind of got to prove that what you say is wrong with you is.
That's what I was
wrong
saying.
with
That's what
you.
I'm talking about. The test is they have to actually.
Like physicals.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you have to
Yeah.
lift a certain amount of.
I'm not sure what
Oh.
what all it entails, but I always knew it was a hassle when she was dealing with them. And you got the insurance or whatever. It's free, but you got to go to them. Those type of doctors. And those type of doctors aren't really the doctor they came from. Did 8 years and at Harvard. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, it's been good chatting with y'all. This is gonna conclude our military section of the podcast. You have any military people in your family?
I don't.
You don't?
Nope.
Not at all.
None.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I said it was never an option. I never even considered it. So.
Mike's brother-in-law. You said he wasn't, but he reminds me of a military man.
No, he wasn't.
Just the way he moves, like.
I mean, he has worked for the courthouse sheriff department type deal, but he's never been to the military.
Y'all ready? We are back in the building. We took a slight break. Hey, what do y'all think are some of the challenges of establishing strong relationships in this world of technology?
You said with technology?
Yeah. So, what are some of the challenges of establishing? What keeps you from establishing? What is our barrier to a strong relationship based off the technology we have access to? I guess that's what he's saying.
So, I guess back a few years ago, it wasn't like all these dating apps and all these Instagrams.
Like Black, right?
Yeah, Black and all that. So it's easier to meet somebody. It's easier to go on to the next thing instead of trying to fix what you already got. Because back in the day, you would have knew the people in your community that's around you, like people you work with, or like grocery store. You might meet somebody. Now I can meet somebody halfway across the world, or get attention from somebody halfway across the world. So I can jump on to the next thing. I get more advances through technology.
Everything's
through social media.
too
It's too
accessible.
Easy. Yeah, exactly.
But there's also an illusion on technology, in the social media world. Like, women are supposed to look one way, men are supposed to be one way. So there's a confusion. We don't know, especially young kids growing up, you think it's supposed to be this way. So you don't have an open mind going into a relationship saying, okay, maybe this works best for us because social media and technology is telling you this is how it's supposed to be. It's just confusing. That's what I think, at least.
So is that a challenge? So who's at fault? Is it the people that lack the discipline, or is it just a byproduct of the times we're in? Like, that's just how it
somebody
is.
that feeds into it. You should be intelligent enough to know.
Nah, but she just said kids.
Yeah,
That's the only world they know.
Right.
It's true. That's a good question.
So is it the humans that are at fault, or humans created this technology, so.
I mean, technology coming.
But what I'm saying is, you don't. So like you said, it's high accessibility, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, if I'm already in a relationship, I shouldn't even be entertaining any of that anyway, right?
But it's accessible, so easy.
But we have
Yeah,
such
then
a small attention
Stay
span
out
now,
your phone.
So you ever heard the saying, like, especially with men, you only faithful as your options?
Yeah.
So that's where it comes from, the technology. So if I get on Instagram and this damn Don B's hitting me up, and then I look at my lady to the right, and she a 5 sitting on the couch, I'm like, damn, I can get that. She in Cali though. I can fly out. Know what I'm saying? You more susceptible to, hey man, I can get this now.
I see what you're saying.
You walking
because
with your
it's
head
in
high.
your face all the time.
Yeah, you walking with
Right.
your head high now.
And it's vice versa, I guess. What y'all think?
Yeah, I agree with that because the technology does put you in a different frame. You know what I mean? It's more accessible to you. You can step and move different with technology now than as where it was when you didn't really have it. Because a lot of people don't really Like now, everything really is online. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everything is online. There ain't a lot of like you just in your restaurant or convenience store or something, holler at something.
Yeah, but you know, especially with me anyway, like when I was growing up, to holler at a female was kind of scary. It's like, oh, she might tell me no, rejection. Dang. But now I can put my picture online and you tell me I look good.
Exactly.
Oh, you like me? All right. It's easy now.
But that's why it goes back to the illusion, though. I could be laid in my bed looking a mess, have my hair wrap on and everything. I put my cutest pictures on. Now everybody's trying to holler at me because I put my cutest pictures up there, So
you know what I'm saying? You get online.
It don't take effort.
And you only get face pictures from a female. That's a no-no. That mean their body jacked up.
That's what you said about the effort. That's the thing. Technology made it too simple. Because you remember what you used to have to go through? Like to just you had to get a phone number.
You had to
then you had to make this phone call.
You think about
then
it.
you got to make sure this phone call go right. Then after you had this phone call, you got to set up a time where we're gonna get together, see if we mesh that way. So it was a whole lot more work involved. So I think the technology might be the obstacle that's causing it difficult, making it difficult.
It's the obstacle in itself.
Yeah.
I mean, now you just sitting on your couch and you dropping haze in everybody's inbox.
Yeah.
And see who replies.
Yeah, you just throwing a bait out there, see who catch on, who bite.
But it's hard to build strong relationships because, like you said, I could be mad at him and be like, all right, well, forget you. You don't want to give me what I want? Well, I'm finna get back on be okay. You know what I'm saying? Somebody trying to holler at me. I'll get that attention, So that definitely makes it hard because, like you say, you don't have to problem solve anymore. You don't have to communicate.
You just move on.
It's move on.
Exactly. It's too easy to move on, which is messed up.
So
trying to fix
that's
something.
the other part of it, like she said. You're not even establishing a foundation with what you already have because you believing that
there's more options out there.
There's more options out there.
If all the foundation is already ain't nothing gonna stand.
And there's a lot of people moving like that nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Technology is affecting real communication too, in my opinion.
It's killing communication.
Because with technology, you can say anything and show anything, and that doesn't mean it's necessarily true. But before that wasn't gonna fly.
I don't see a lot of females. They take pictures of me smiling, cheesing like they got the best life, and so when they get done the picture, they frown.
Bro,
it ain't just women. It's
not just women.
Everybody. Well, not everybody, but it's the majority of people that are engaging that.
Yeah, they fabricating their lives basically online.
That's why it's so detrimental to kids, though, because they're getting online and seeing these extravagant lives, and now you're comparing your life or yourself to them, and like, oh, well, why don't I have that? I feel like it causes a lot of depression too for people.
You think the kids ain't gonna know the real from the fake?
I don't.
So what if the internet is turning into what's real? If you get what I'm saying.
I don't.
What if the illusion is turning into the new reality?
It sort of is.
It sort of is. Kind of like how you said, when we was kids, we was outside.
It's making us out of touch because we don't get it. But the kids get it. They kind of get it.
Especially with this, what's it called? Metaverse.
Yeah.
When that come out, it's gonna be dangerous.
It's out.
I mean, when it gets going and everybody catch on to it, it's gonna be dangerous.
I've heard of it.
Basically, you make an avatar of yourself. You get online. You can do anything. You can go to clubs.
It's AI, artificial intelligence. Yeah. We did it on the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So
you don't even have to have social interactions.
Yeah, you basically gonna be dating somebody you ain't never seen before.
Get online,
you ain't never been in the same room with them before.
What?
But your avatar interact with them every day. That's what it's gonna eventually turn into.
You can be whoever you want to be.
That's deep.
Yeah, you can be whoever you want to be.
That's deep.
Rich up there.
Look however you want to look.
Yeah, like people paying like a lot of money, real money, for fake money online. You buy like Corvette, son, you riding around in or whatever on Metaverse.
That's scary, actually.
But that's the world your daughter's gonna grow up in. How do you prepare a child for that?
I tell him all the time.
Especially if you're not. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Especially if you're, because some of us aren't computer savvy or technologically savvy. Mm-hmm. So how do you prepare a child for that if you got young kids for that? Or do you think do you even think that a lot of parents even understand what's here and what's coming based off that world?
I think the best thing you can do, you just gotta raise them right. You gotta give them the right, some morals. You gotta raise them right. That's all you can do.
Yeah, but children,
they still have access to it.
They deter easily.
Yes, and
they do.
Growing up, I mean, there's a point in every adolescent child's life where you think you're invincible. you think you know everything. What your parents are saying is, I ain't trying to hear that. You know, I have conversations. I'll be riding down the highway and have conversations out loud with myself about preparing. Like, okay, what am I gonna say to her when this come up, when that come up? It is hard. You don't know what to say. You know, you see all these shows where kids will get online and it'll be a 40-year-old man talking to your kid and, hey, let's meet up here. Let's go to the park. You know, you don't know. You don't know how to steer them away from that or, you know, to be prepared. So it is scary. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
That's gonna be
Definitely gonna be difficult.
Yeah.
because we don't even just think about the technology now, right now. Just think about the dopest thing you've seen as far. Just look at the cars. Look at the Oculus headset. Mm-hmm. Look at the video games. Look at your cellular device that you have, and look and think about 20 years ago. None of that shit even existed.
Yeah.
So just think about 20 years in the future.
I mean, even with like your TVs,
Yeah.
anything. Like you can use your cell phone pretty much operate your own house.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what I'm saying
Lights.
is, it's something. The soul is being sucked out of humanity because everything is going into that. So these kids coming up now, that soul, like even with music, y'all seen the AI rapper they had.
Yeah.
So even with, everything is an algorithm, right? Like this type of song is selling, so we take the algorithm, we gonna cook up another song that sounds just like this to get the heads moving. But the soul isn't in it anymore because it's all computerized. Mm-hmm. So just think of what that's gonna do to this younger generation coming up.
The creative aspect is getting torn from everything, basically.
Yeah, it's no
personality.
Exactly.
And what you say about that AI rap, I know this ain't got nothing to do with relationships, but technology is ruining music altogether to a certain extent.
It's ruining everything
because it's too much. You can't take it all in, because I can put a song out tomorrow, and I ain't never made a song, but I can put it out tomorrow. We can go out there and cook something up tonight, and I can have it on all platforms in the morning. So it's something every day. You can't, I mean, it ain't, you don't even get to anticipate something coming like you used to.
Everybody think they hot fire.
But I think it's across the board too, because everything is going that way. It's all analytics. They look at the numbers, the algorithm, and say, hey, this is what they like. Or even down to you, they'll personalize your personal algorithm because of what you search on your phone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And send it to you. And now you thinking you thought about it, it's your own thought, but it ain't your own thought. They just been following you.
Yep.
Yeah, turn your cookies off. That's what I always do when I go to any website. I turn the cookies off.
Nah, they got cakes. they on you. But
Yeah, they
Them
are.
cakes can see more than them cookies.
Yeah, for sure.
They on you, man.
Guarantee you we'll talk about something tonight. And
It's gonna be on your phone.
It'll be on your phone tonight.
I've thought about something, I swear. I know I said this on the podcast, but I've thought about something. A few minutes later, I'm scrolling.
It's right there.
It's right there.
Yeah. That's happening.
That's
to me.
real, yeah.
That is.
So, I don't know, man. I do think, technology is, it's like a common theme on our podcast a little bit. We talk about like what's going on in technology, but I think it's getting harder and harder to establish strong relationships, not just between man and woman, but just socially. A lot of people are coming up socially awkward.
Because you know why? Because think about it, now your phone, you really don't have to leave your house.
Nope.
You can get groceries.
Everything.
I mean, everything you want can get delivered to your house. You don't have to leave your house. You don't have to talk to nobody if you don't want to.
Depending on the type of parent you are, some people have a hard time establishing a relationship with their child because they won't tell the child to put that joystick down.
You ever seen, like, you go to a restaurant and everybody sitting at a table across from each other, but everybody on their phones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Happens all the time.
yeah.
All the time.
And I do it, and I be thinking about it when I'm doing it, and I still can't. I mean, it's just what it is.
But that comes from not having any social experience because, you always in your phone. You ain't got nothing to talk about at that point.
What if you got something to talk about? You just don't want to talk to nobody.
I don't know. I've never been there.
I think some of us be in our phone. I mean, we got something to talk about. We like, I don't really want to talk to these people. Like you in a different.
Oh, you talking about the people that you with,
right?
And you don't.
Like you in a different.
You feel like you don't relate to them, like
Yeah,
you might relate to like your homies.
I be in my. I got something to say, but I just be in my phone. I ain't gonna say nothing.
But it shouldn't be that way.
It shouldn't be.
I'm sitting across the table from you. I should be engaging with you.
Right.
I shouldn't be on my phone. Hey man, talking to him, and I'm on a date with her. I should be engaged with her.
And the basis of the
That's
conversation
what's taken away from.
shouldn't come out of that phone either.
Yeah. Like turn your phone off, man. Let's have a conversation. That's the part everybody's missing.
Mm-hmm.
I even take my phone out and play a game. I'm sitting right across. I don't want to be playing that game right now, but it's there. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
So yeah, we on dates and we really
It's on out.
we ain't
somewhere,
really
yeah.
getting to know each other. We just
You're not phone.
See, I kind of like what you said, how it's entertaining. I think that it comes back to that too. We want to be entertained 24/7. We're not able to sit and like be in solace anymore. Something has to be having our attention, you know, and that's detrimental too. I feel like we should be able to sit down and be quiet sometimes.
okay. So that's a great point. I'm a spiritual dude. I read a lot, and one of the books that I'm reading now is called The Master Key System, and one of the points that it makes is, you know, it's about meditation and like manifesting in a sense, but not that superficial manifestation that everybody talk about now. It's about really going into yourself and going into the silence. And they say God is in the silence. They say when God talks to you, it's never loud. It's a whisper. But a lot of people can't hear because they're afraid of the silence. You got to go in the silence to meditate. You got to go in the silence and be by yourself. A lot of people are afraid of that because of what's in their head. And that actually going into that helps you become a better person and become less socially awkward because you know yourself.
Yeah.
So now that you know yourself, you're able to express yourself better and articulate what's on your mind with other people because you've been in that silence getting to know yourself. But a lot of people don't do that because there's noise all around us now.
Yep.
And everything is like, go,
Instant gratification.
Yeah. Go. I need now. I want to. Oh, let me turn on their podcast. Oh, they ain't talking about nothing. I only watched it for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
They ain't made me laugh yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you ain't really got into the meat of it because your attention isn't there.
Yep.
So I think we're going to have a lot of that. That's why TikTok is so popular because
Even kids shows. Yeah, I watch shows with my daughter. I learned this in college. If you watch our cartoons, they'll stay on one scene for about maybe 45 seconds. Now it's every 5-7 seconds they're changing because our attention span has dropped so low. Like we can't focus on one thing anymore. Everything has to be right there in our face, entertaining. So it's just gonna continue to get worse. You know, we can't focus. So
Yeah, that's devastating. Even go matter of relationship, that's crazy. Your attention span that low. I'm saying, how you gonna think I'm gonna say attentive to you for that long?
exactly. You're going to
With
get
a
tired.
female, I'm gonna get tired of you. Start getting
Yep.
boring and start getting like mundane. I'm be like, man, find something else entertaining.
yeah.
Or this is boring. This is old to me. It's not fresh.
That's what happened with a lot of relationships nowadays too.
Ain't nothing wrong with relationships. It's just boring. And why is it boring? Because you're not putting that attention into it. You're not putting that work into it to make it better.
Or
You
just
looking outside
because,
yourself
yeah.
for
Yeah.
something better instead of looking inside and making yourself better.
That goes
Yeah.
back to I can find something else. So I think I got more options.
But there's gonna be a continuous cycle too.
It is.
You have to be comfortable with boredom. You have to be comfortable with stability.
I love yours.
Yep.
All right, man, we are back and we got a riveting topic for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna let Ashley introduce it.
Can you love two people at the same time? Be in love.
Be
with
in
two-
love with
yeah.
two
No.
In love.
No, you cannot.
Why
You
not?
can't.
Why is that?
Okay. I can love one person.
Be in love.
Yeah, be in love. I can be in love with one person and it's conditional. Or I can be in love with one person and it's unconditional. But the other person that I probably love, I love what she does for me. Probably the 20-80 rule. I'm like 20% over here. Like, okay, she does this. She may have sex better. She may clean the house better. She may do something, but it's all conditions. To fully be in love with somebody, it takes time and experience. Things we've been through, I think anyway. So that's why I love you for you, no matter what. I'm going to be there for you to get sick or you get in an accident, I'm going to be there. I think it's so impossible for me to split myself in two ways to love two different people, because love entails trust, loyalty, and all the other stuff, etc. So I'm throwing it out the window with two people.
I think you can have. I think you. They're not. It's not mutually exclusive. You can have that with two people.
I can be loyal with two people.
That's deep what you said, brother.
You
But
I'm
you
a
can
deep
have
person.
it with two people. What if the two people
Agree.
are respectful of it? You can have it with two people. It's not mutually exclusive. I don't think.
So you saying that the two people?
The two women would know.
The two women, if
Would
they
know.
knew,
Agreeance.
and if they were in agreement, I think you can.
But is it conditional or is it
You can-
unconditional?
I don't care what condition it is. It's love. I'm in love with both of these women, and it might be for different reasons.
That's what I'm saying. I love what you do for me.
That's everything. That's everything. You
That
get
is.
with your partner, you love what she
The
do
one you
with you.
love
And once she stops
unconditionally-
doing, that's why you fell in love with her, because of what she do.
Yeah.
And when she stopped doing that, you gonna fall out of love
I
with
don't
her.
believe that.
that's when
That's
you
what I'm
be
saying.
on
That's
that.
not love.
no.
Right. It would.
My kid can do anything they want to do. I'm never gonna stop loving them. That's love.
But relationships
Yeah,
is a
but
lot
relationships
different
are
than
different
your
than a
children.
kid.
Yeah.
You get with each other because of what y'all are bringing to the table. Once that one thing starts being brought to the table, now you might love, but you're going to fall out of love.
So you in love with somebody, they get in an accident, they can't do nothing else for you, out.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying
But that's
is
love.
Yeah, I still love that person. What I'm saying is you could love or be in love with two people. I do believe that.
But to piggyback off of what he was saying to you, if your partner was in an accident and all those benefits stop, she's not able to be nurturing to you, take care of home and all those things. Now she becomes a liability because you're taking care of her.
And I do think some people fall out of love with that.
You fall out of love. You
I
think?
do.
Okay.
But I don't think that's right, though.
So I think
I don't either, because I
They
think
loving
you're a
two
piece
people.
of shit. I think you're a
Yeah,
piece
you're
of
a
shit
piece
if
of
you just
Agree.
say I'm not even going to deal
Especially
with
if
this
you
anymore.
took the vows. For
Yeah.
that. Now
But-
that-
Yeah.
it's a give and take. One
Yeah,
thing,
it's
one
always
thing
a
always
give and take.
takes from another.
yeah, it's always a
So
give
it's
and take.
possible for me to love this female and then love somebody else because it's taken from the other. My feelings. You don't have the same emotion towards two people. It's like impossible because if I love you like this, or I'm so in love with you
How can you
over
even
here, yeah,
see?
it's taken from the
Yeah.
other girl.
Yeah, I agree with that.
How?
I may love the moment that we
Yeah.
together, the moments, but I'm not gonna love y'all at the same time. Like, hey, I love y'all. This is what it
Exactly.
is. Both of y'all equally. I love no, because it's taking one gonna take from the other, no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I get what you're saying, but I still think, to go with what Art said, I think it's possible for you to love two people at
I
the
do
same
too.
I
time,
think it's a 20.
and it's gonna be.
you
You
don't
don't
in
even-
love.
It's never gonna
Yeah,
be equal, though.
You don't have to love them for the same reasons or the same way, but you can still be in love with both of them.
In love, I have.
You don't
love
want
for.
to no in love. I think you can be in love.
See, I don't think that. I can have love for, yes, multiple people. Be in love with multiple people, I don't think that's possible. If I'm in love with you, I got tunnel vision. I'm on you.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't
No
really
peripheral.
believe. I don't really believe in love, in that in
Bro,
love shit
You're
anyway.
just gonna be cross-eyed because it's two people. You
Yeah.
yeah. have tunnel vision like this. That's what I'm saying.
I don't necessarily believe in the in love thing, because to me that's a feeling. Falling in love, that don't even really make sense. Falling and falling out of love, it's oxymoronic to me. But I do think, yeah, you can love. You
So
can
you-
have that love for two people.
You type of person you like.
It's rare.
You're like more like under these conditions, I fuck with you type of person.
What do you mean by that?
Like under these conditions, I'll fuck with you. If you keep doing this and making me feel this way,
I
love you.
Well, yeah. I was married, right? I still love my ex-wife, but it isn't that
You're not
type
in
of
love.
love.
It's not romantic.
Yeah, I understand that. We talking about in love.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, like, you was saying, like, if something happened to somebody, I would disregard that.
You care for her because she's a mother of your child.
Right. So
Yeah.
with this, I still think you can have that type of love for two different people.
But you're
And
not
it's
in
gonna
love
be,
with her.
it can be based on, you can have a romantic, all that, and still be have that love for her. Now it's different. I think it's different for women because they're more emotional. But for men, you can have that connection. That's what creates the love.
But like think about history though. All the books you read, right? When has there been one time a man has been solely involved in two women? It's always
All
one.
across history, all
It's-
throughout history.
It's always one, and it takes from the other one. Once I start loving you like
I
that,
can say they might have the main.
yeah. But once I start
Right,
loving you
yeah.
like that, it's gonna take from the other female. My love for her gonna decrease until I stop loving her no more. I'm gonna go over here. That's why men leave. Like I'm out.
So are you really in love with somebody if that
That's why.
happens?
Say it again.
Are you really in love with somebody if that happens?
What happens?
What happens?
They just take how you just said it. I can't be in love with two. I was in love with both, but now this one is.
Yeah, you gonna meet somebody else, and then you gonna start going like this. This is how it's gonna go until you like, all right, get out of here. You gonna know
So
what
were
I'm
you
saying?
in love with that
I
person?
don't think it has to be that.
That
I don't
happens-
think it has to be that.
That happens when you ain't got to have two for that to happen.
I just think the way this shit is set up nowadays, it's taboo.
So you can go out there and meet two females and be like, I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. It can't work
It
like
doesn't
that.
happen like that
I'm just saying, but
because
it
of our
forms like that.
society. Yeah,
But how
But
are
I
you
do
devoting
think-
your time to this other female when you're so in love with this female?
Right.
bro, because you making it contingent upon time.
That's what
You know what I'm
love
saying?
builds
Like,
off time.
I
though.
get-
Love is a feeling.
But no, love builds
No,
off of time.
Love is not.
Yeah,
a
but you
feeling.
can still. I can spend time with her, and I can spend time with her. I can go spend time with her, and I can go spend time with her.
Okay,
So I ain't gonna be with her 24/7. That's what is that
But
what
if
you're
you're doing
saying?
no, but if you're doing that, how are you so in love with the other person? That you being unfaithful, untrustworthy to spend time with this one. That means you're not really in love with the other person.
That does not mean that.
I'm confused. How does it not mean that?
Don't mean that.
Maybe
It
I'm
means
missing
that in
something.
traditional values, I think, yeah. But it don't mean. I don't think it necessarily means that.
I'm just saying, speaking for myself, when I'm in love with somebody, like I'm focused on them.
Yeah, you can. That
I'm
can
tunnel
be,
vision
that
on
can
them.
be
If I meet
true.
somebody else and we start talking, maybe I'm gonna start gravitating to her more. I'm gonna start being in love with her, and this other one I'm gonna start acting different towards. Like,
I don't think
go
it
and get
has
out
to
of
be
here.
that. I really don't.
So-
think it has to be that.
Bro, I know you. So a lot of people get on your nerves easy as fuck.
Yeah,
So you saying you gonna devote this time over here, and you still
you're
act
making it
the same?
contingent upon time once again.
Okay,
But love
let's
focus
change
off
that
time.
verbiage. You can devote that emotion to two people.
Yes,
Wow.
yes,
Well, you dangerous then.
Yeah.
yes. I can. I believe I can.
You dangerous.
Not saying that I would.
Yeah, I
because that's a
understand.
lot.
Yeah,
That is a lot.
if you
But
can
yeah.
do that, you real dangerous. Because to me, that's almost impossible to be fully in love with somebody, and then go look over here and say, "Oh, I'm
See,
fully in love with you
take-
too."
The fully. And all, see, all of these words
He's
are making it.
equating love
Making it
to
difficult.
You talking
loyalty,
about-
though.
But that's
Yeah.
what love is.
Love is loyalty, but love is
I don't-
also a choice, though. So when we keep
And
saying
an action.
in love,
Love is-
that's the feeling.
Okay,
of
what's
it.
mostly in action.
What's your definition?
Right.
I know you say you
it's a
don't,
verb almost.
Yeah.
you don't mess with me in love. What's your definition of being in love? What's your definition of that?
Oh, in love. In love to me is just in love to me. I could be wrong, but in my opinion, in love sounds like infatuation to me.
Absolutely.
So a short period of time, you just
Yeah,
love.
you
Okay.
just you in love. You just enamored by that person.
So it
Yeah.
equates to time again, love.
yeah, so you just enamored by that person, and it's like you don't want to think about nobody else. You don't want to be with nobody else. But what I'm saying is,
Once that time period
So
yeah, once that time period passes, then it's
I
like
still love them.
I still love him, and I still love being around him and doing
not
everything
in love
with
with
him.
But do you love me to that point, to that extent, if you're fucking me over?
How's who's to say I'm fucking you over?
If you're talking to somebody else, you're fucking them person over ultimately.
If you view it like that, maybe. But what if I don't view it like that?
They might not view it like that. The way the
Yeah,
stuff
way
is
you
in
set it
today's
up.
World, yeah.
They might not even feel like that. They might be like, yo, loans is because check it. You said earlier. You said a man is only as faithful as his options.
Correct.
You think these men with options, these high value men with options, ain't out here. They call it. You said fucking over. But them women know what that man comes with. They know he has seven.
But I don't
figures.
think
But
they're
he's
in
not
love.
placing love on it
Yeah.
at all.
He could be.
But I agree with you.
He could be.
That men of that high quality are just slapping cheeks and moving
Nah,
on.
but he could be. He could find somebody that he really.
that one that he
He could find
But then,
somebody.
But
that,
those
that
other
one
chicks aren't. He's not
in love with them. He just that's
Those
my
are
side
fun
chicks.
times.
Yeah, fun times. I'm going back to my wife. I give you the car.
No, what
I
I'm
give you the
saying
house.
I'm saying is
My
he
wife,
he
and
might
then it's
have
that
one
one out
that
of them.
he really
Loves,
loves.
but
Yeah.
not two.
Yeah,
No, I'm saying
yeah.
one besides his,
Outside,
his
yeah,
old lady. He
yeah.
might have
You
one.
saying
that
exactly
he-
what I'm saying. Yeah, that's
yeah,
two. That's
he might
exactly what I'm
have
saying.
one of them that he
But-
really
But
loves.
that comes into more financial too, because okay, I love her. I gave her the ring and stuff. I'm not losing all my shit, so I'm gonna still keep her around.
Nah,
She
you
have
go
my
right
kids.
back.
I care for her.
It could be that.
But then I'm gonna go over here and I
Or
really
he could-
love her, so it's gonna decrease from her. I guarantee, as a man, you gonna start treating one of them females differently. No man in here can actually sit here and say that you wouldn't. You can't help
the
it.
side chick gotta know her. She gonna have to know her place in that situation.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
She ain't necessarily got to be a side.
you have to
though.
agree. If you got two
We said
females,
side though.
you got two females, right? You're gonna treat one of them females differently. You can't help it. It's off emotion. You gonna start throwing her to the side, doing less, stuff like that. Yes or no?
I don't necessarily agree with that.
I agree
I
with
think
you.
in the
I think-
past I might have, but I don't necessarily agree. Yeah,
I
let me
think
hear
you
what
can
got
be
to say.
enamored with two people at the same time. But back to what I think he's trying to get at is when you are in love with somebody, you're choosing them every day. You're choosing to love them every day.
That makes sense.
You know, so yeah, I can be enamored with two men at the same time. Oh, he's great. We have a great time. But him over here, we go deep. We have great conversation. So I'm infatuated with them for two different things. But when it comes down to me choosing and settling down, I can only choose one.
Who
you know?
says that you can? Who? That's what I'm getting at.
But you in love with both.
You don't have
You
to.
don't have to
Enamored. I don't like
choose
that.
That's
in
what
love,
I'm getting
because
at.
if I'm
Yeah.
in love with you, I cannot be
get what
enamored
you're
with
saying.
another
But
man.
that's what we started with, was the in
can't.
love.
I get it.
I couldn't be in love.
I feel you. I see where you come from, and this is all speculation because I understand, but I can't afford it.
Yeah, and like he said, it's I believe it can be done, but I do think it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of money.
It do.
It takes
Yes.
a lot of. It takes time,
It takes time.
and it's gonna take away from other shit that you have to get done. And like he said, somebody might feel out of place, but I don't think necessarily. I think society makes it to where it's like it is now. where-
Good perfect example. I don't even know, and I don't know anybody personally that does this, but I've heard plenty of times. Truck driver got a family at home and he got one on his route.
They do that in the military too.
Exactly.
Yeah, but grasp what I'm saying though. If I'm military, right?
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm messing with
do.
two different females, right? It's only possible for me to love one of them. Even if I'm going over here and I'm sleeping with her, I might be telling her I love you and stuff like that, but it's physically only possible for me, for my heart to be thrown in one direction.
All right, so you say that. Let's say that the chick that you, not your main, but the one you just going to see, you find out she doing something else. How is your attitude
Getting
gonna
to a
go?
point that do I care or not?
Yeah, are you gonna care about her doing?
I'm a territorial nigga though.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't piss on that fire hydrant, so that's mine.
But you say it's yours, right? But if she letting Tyrone
Piss
get
on
with it,
But
it
does-
ain't yours.
but does it bother you?
That's what I'm asking you.
Perfect,
Would that bother you?
That was one of the
But
things I
that
couldn't
goes into
find.
being territorial to what's mine.
But
But
if
that's
it
not
bothers
yours.
you in love with her, right?
Now you ever had a kid with a toy? I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love this gun, this Nerf gun. And I set it down, somebody else grab it and start playing with it. I don't give a fuck about that Nerf gun. But it's mine. Why are you playing with it now? And then you give it back to me and I'm like, I don't want that shit, really.
But if is it yours though?
Nothing's yours in this life. Nothing's fully yours. Like, what's yours? A human being cannot possibly be yours anyway.
Right.
Y'all make a commitment and a vow to each other, but that's it. But it's never yours.
It goes back to what I'm saying. That's why I could love to.
I disagree, bro.
I'm not hurt.
I'm sorry.
I don't belong to either one of them.
You don't belong with me. Yeah, but
But I love both
Nah.
of them. And I'm just anybody watching this, hypothetical. 'Cause I'm a one woman man. I mean a one man. What
Yeah, you said it right.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I do think it's possible. It's it's frowned upon, of course. I think it's possible.
How can you devote yourself to that one woman?
You're talking about time again.
Time.
What if I
equates to
spend
love.
equal time? Yeah, but what if I've known this person for 10 years and we spent a lot of time, a lot of memories, a lot of sex, a lot of this, and the other person I had the same equal amount of time, and we both had a sacred bond together.
But you're still gonna gravitate more towards one of them than the other.
Why?
But
Who
you
says?
are.
Who says?
But you are.
Humans.
They're both gonna give you different
One
experiences.
gonna give more than what the other. Oh, one gonna give you more than what the other one gonna give.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay.
So
well,
you
why can't I just?
gravitate to one of them more than the other?
Okay, but that doesn't equate to more love. It just equate that the time, because the time's already been put in.
You can bounce back and forth.
Yeah.
I love you at this moment more than I love her.
Okay, I guess that's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, so I love you right now. I'm with you.
No,
We're
it
doing-
ain't right now. I still love you.
Right there.
But you, at the time, it increases at the time you with that female more and more. So I love you when I'm with you right now. What we're doing together, these conditions right now, what you're doing for me right now, I love you now. Then when I go back home, oh, I love you because you just made me a sandwich. Now I love you, that amount.
Nah,
But it can't be like, hey, I love y'all at the same time, equally every time on the same line.
nah, I'm not making it contingent upon the time together. What I'm saying, the time has already been.
So you
put
don't agree
in.
with me when I say love is time.
No, I just made an example of the time has been spent equally with both people, right? I've known both of them for
Okay, but
almost
then
the same amount
then
of time.
experiences come into play.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. We've had similar
Let's
experiences.
put let's put you being in the service into this conversation. So say they send you somewhere and you gonna be gone for let's say 18 months. And you can't come back for 18 months. But you in love at home, but you gone for 18 months.
That's selfishness. I want to get my nut off. That's nothing I do with love. I'm out there. I want to fuck. What I got to do with love?
Yeah, I'm saying.
But if
it
you're in
always
love,
start-
could you still do it?
Cause you, but it might start with you being selfish and you want to get a nut off, but you get your nut off.
Yeah,
and
but
you,
then the love for
you-
that person back home going to decrease. I can only devote my attention towards one person at a time. Then my love, my wife back at home, I'm gonna be like,
I understand that.
I'm gonna call her and start.
Okay.
A wife you catches on. When I call back home, I'm gonna talk different. I'm gonna act different. And I'm like, yeah, I'm being probably more nonchalant. Yeah, what?
I understand what you're saying. So what I'm saying is I'm not making it contingent upon the time that so I'm not saying that I'm going over here and while I'm over here because I'm spending a lump sum of time with this person for months and months at a time where I don't see this other person. What I'm saying is I'm pretty much seeing them whenever I want. So it's kind of equal on both sides. I could love them. I could be in love with both of them.
So in love. You just say in love, right?
Yeah, I think if I'm spending, I see what you're saying, because the time that you spend it's like more time you spend, you building up y'all rapport with each other, right? But what if like I said, I had time in with both of these people, and then I'm still balancing. I'm seeing this one on Monday,
But sooner or
this one
later,
on Wednesday,
sooner or later,
this one on
one's
Friday.
gonna decrease sooner or later. The love from one person
But I
gonna
still
increase
love 'em. It don't mean like
until it eventually goes away.
it could, but at the time I still love both.
They
of 'em.
say
That means you still battling your options. You
They
like,
also say
I
absent
ain't-
man
which one do I
option
want?
finder.
It ain't no option. You making it.
I'm sooner or later you're gonna be like, which one do I want? You have to make that decision.
No, you don't.
And in society, yes, you do.
Why? You don't
Not in
have
this, not in this
Yeah,
society.
You don't have to.
In society,
Not
I'm
in
talking
this
about- it's
society.
your
It's
you
your
don't.
choice.
So you can marry two people.
Who's talking about marriage?
I'm saying though, ultimately, a female gonna bring that up to you sooner or later. So which one you gonna pick? You gonna be like, nah, I'm in love with both of y'all. Which one what's you gonna do?
That's what I
Nah,
would
man,
say.
it don't work like that. Because the female gonna be like, I'm out.
Well, I love you from afar.
You stupid. It's just hard. It's I don't know. It's almost impossible for me to split your heart like that.
Okay, well,
Because
because
you
you got
gotta-
love you.
I'm saying you're gonna be fully devoted. You're gonna be fully devoted to one person at a time.
The ladies gonna love you. They gonna tune in. Oh, what the fuck Art talking about? What say you, Ash? You,
I don't think you can love two people at the same time. I agree. I'm in agreement here. I do agree with you that you can be infatuated with
Yeah.
two people at the same time, for
That's
sure.
possible.
But when it comes time to settle down and choose, you're gonna
And
gravitate.
actually love them.
Yeah.
You're gonna grasp all of them. I love you. I don't want to hurt you. I'm with you. So you're not gonna look at the other female. Somebody got to go.
Somebody has to go. Yeah.
Nah, they making it.
And that kind of goes in like when you're dating.
bachelor.
Sometimes when you're single, you talk to multiple people. Naturally, people fall off because you gravitate towards the person. You know what I mean?
I get that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it's rare, but I think
Very rare.
You can have one-on-one boo thing and be
Yeah,
content and happy with
For selfish needs though. So being selfish is not loving them actually.
Yeah.
it's a self-love.
But do you love
This man got hands up for everything, man. Nah, you selfish with that.
Yeah.
I love what you. I love what both of y'all do for me. How I feel when I'm with both of y'all. That's why I love. I don't really love y'all.
Nah, it could be deeper than that.
I don't think so.
It could be deeper than that.
Like you know what I'm saying, man?
I
You
understand.
in love.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Like, yeah,
I do understand what
You
you're
in
saying.
love.
I'm just being like devil's advocate,
Yeah.
anti-nigga. I'm being Tez.
I hear you.
All right, man. If you made it this far, thank y'all for tuning in, man. We about to rock out. Want to thank y'all for coming, joining us. Have a safe trip back to Missouri,
St. Louis.
St. Louis. Yeah. We appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate being on the show. Thank y'all for inviting me. Always a good time.
Sorry ass Cowboys are playing.
Wasn't that bad, was it?
No, I had a great time.
Okay.
I mean, why you down the Cowboys? We did on the sneak tip, dude. Why you do that?
The Cowboys
Well,
are
I
playing.
mean, we heard you.
Bo and Bodie are Cowboys fans, so they want to watch the game. We gonna get up out of here.
Yeah, we ain't even gonna talk about what happened earlier.
Yeah, we don't need
You
to
know what
talk
I'm
about
saying?
it.
Came back on.
Yeah.
We don't need to talk about that. Mop your carpet, read a book. I go by the name of Artwork.
Hey, Tron.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh, yeah. Get up and do your dance. Need a
Oh,
ball.
Bo in the building, baby. Bo in the building.
See Bodie. And our special guest.
Ashley.
Special guest. This is a special guest. This is a special guest.
We out.
Cold.